Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin Bulletin. Today we're going to talk about something really interesting that happened in April. The iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF rallied an impressive 14% in a single month. So what was behind this sudden surge? Well, it all started with the news of Liberation Day tariffs announced by the US government. Now, you might be thinking, why would a trade war announcement affect Bitcoin's price? But it turns out that the dynamics following this event were quite unique. Typically, when we think of Bitcoin as a store of value or a hedge against inflation, its performance is often compared to gold. However, in April, something strange happened. Long-term bond yields increased, even as the value of the dollar declined. This is usually a sign that emerging markets are selling U.S. assets due to risk concerns. As the U.S. became seen as less of a safe haven, Bitcoin began to act like an alternative store of value. But here's the thing, this didn't happen in isolation. It was actually mirrored by tech stocks, which also started to recover after a big leg down. And then, something really interesting happened on April 22. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announced that there might be a de-escalation with China, and suddenly stocks experienced a big relief rally. The price of gold, which had been appreciated all year, declined slightly as the risk reduced. But Bitcoin actually rallied alongside tech stocks. It was acting like both a risk-off hedge against global economic disaster and a risk-on technology play. Now, we have to note that this is not typical behavior for Bitcoin. Historically, its performance has been more closely tied to tech stocks than gold. In fact, since the beginning of the year, Bitcoin has underperformed gold by a large margin. So what does this mean for investors? It's clear that Bitcoin is still figuring out its investment characteristics. On one hand, it showed signs of being a safe haven against geopolitical turmoil. On the other hand, it also displayed risk-on behavior like tech stocks. As we look at iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, it's worth considering what stocks are recommended by our stock advisor team right now. They've identified 10 best stocks that could produce monster returns in the coming years, and they're not including iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF on their list. So there you have it, folks, a fascinating story of how Bitcoin deviated from its typical behavior in April. We'll continue to keep an eye on this space and bring you more updates as we go along. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for all your cryptocurrency news and analysis.